So I'm just making a small video here to help you scan your Longline Observer trip. So the setup is that you must have a computer with SLOPS software installed on it, and to the computer you have to have the scanner hooked. Then you have a trip, a Longline Observer trip, with a number of forms, LL1, some of the Gen forms. Be aware that even if, for example, Gen 1 form is empty, you have to, you still have to scan it in order to indicate us that there's no Gen 1 form. If you don't scan the empty form, we might think that you have forgotten to scan it. So it might be good also to separate for scanning the normal forms, which are the normal paper forms, from the waterproof form, which could be a little bit of a problem sometimes when scanning. So first task that you have to do is to put numbers on each of the forms. This is to ensure that you're scanning all the pages. So I will not do them all, but I will just start writing number 1 on page number 1. Then number 2, then number 3, and so you give a number to each of the page that you're going to scan, like this, all of the page of the trip. Then what you're doing, you're just taking the forms, and so first of all I'll start with the conventional paper forms, and you're putting these forms, the whole bunch of forms, you're putting them into the scanner. The way I scan with this specific scanner is that it has to go upside down, and the scanning side on the back, like this. Once you have done this, you have to start SLOPS software. So that's where I'll swap to the screencast. SLOPS software, which is here. You should have a shortcut on your desktop. So you double click on it, and then you get to this form.
Okay, so now we've placed all our batch of A4 conventional paper, exactly 17 pages, into the automatic document feeder of the scanner, and we've started SLOPS. And the first form shows preference button, so we'll go and see that. In the first line you have to have the your scanner driver indicated here. If you don't have it, just press on change and select your scanner driver, and that's it. It should be filled in, but it should normally be in. On the second line that you can't change, you can see where by default the scans are going to be stored. It's going to be stored on the hard disk under the scans folder, so C scans. So now let's go and have a look at the scanning options, which are here. The first thing to select is the type of scan you're doing. Observer data is the one you want to choose. The document qualities for normal paper, which are easy to read, you just indicate that they are just easy to read, and the program will compress a little bit more because it can do it, the scans. For waterproof paper, which is the second batch of scans that we have to scan, or light pencil or dirty papers, you can select this one, and the program will compress less in order to have more quality for the scan. So for the moment we'll select the first one. Gear type, Longline for this example. We'll select Cook Island Observer Program. The year of the trip for this sample is 2016. The observer code is, again for the example, CHC. The trip number is 1604, so the fourth trip of 2016. And we've separated all the trip in 2 batches, the normal paper, the conventional paper, and the waterproof paper. So the first part is the normal paper, and it's Gen, LL1, and LL2 and 3 papers that we want to scan. Then all of the other options, A4 portrait, and we just have to indicate the number of pages that we've put into the automatic document feeder, and actually I've numbered each of the pages, so I know that there's 17 pages. Once it's done, I can just press on the scan button and it will scan these 17 pages. Yes. So while the SLOPS program is scanning, you will see this new window coming up, the scan viewer in scanning mode. And it will show you each of the page that is scanned. And that's where the numbering is very useful, because you can see exactly which page you have scanned and which page you might have not scanned. It sometimes happens that two pages get stuck together, especially with the waterproof paper, and so you might be scanning two pages in one, and so you're missing one page, and that's this small window utility that will help you with that. So to get at the start of the scanning, we just click on these arrows, and we can just check that each number is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we've got all the pages, which is all right, and it's usually the case with normal paper. Just in case we're missing a page, there's always the possibility to append some scans. So in which case you would place the missing page into the automatic document feeder, and you would click on this. But we can see this in a little bit later, maybe with the waterproof paper. So once you're happy with the scanning, you just close, and the program will ask you, do you want to close the scan viewer? Yes. And that's it, your file is saved. So if we go and see into the folder where it's been saved, so scan, ops, and 2017, we just have the file here, which is displayed, and which is the result of the scan.
So now that we've finished scanning the conventional papers, we now have left the waterproof papers. I've already numbered them, so I know exactly how many there are, and overall there's 19 pages. So I'll place them now in the automatic document feeder in the same way I've done for the conventional paper, and I'll now scan these ones.
So we are back into the scanning window for scanning the waterproof papers. So in this case, I'll change the option to waterproof paper, and then I'll change again the settings if they need to be changed. So Cook Island Observer Program 2016 CHC, and then I'm going to indicate that now I'm going to scan some LL4 paper, waterproof paper. So still A4 portrait, and we've seen that there's 19 pages which have been each of them numbered. So now that I've done this, I'm scanning the waterproof papers. So again, while scanning the waterproof paper, I have this scan viewer window that displays each of the pages that's being scanned, and you can again count the number of pages to ensure that you've scanned all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. So here we realize that maybe the scanner has a scanned 2 page in one, and we're missing the page 17. So basically what we can do, we can place the cursor on the page after, and I'll place the page 17 into the automatic document feeder. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say I want to insert a page, insert new scan before the current page. So since I've placed only one page, the page 17 in the document feeder, it will only insert this page. So I can scan and insert more scan before current page, yes. The program will scan it and insert this missing page 17 into the file. And now I can ensure that I've got 16, 17, 18, 19. So I've got them all now. If I had to rescan the whole file, I could have clicked on that. If I had to rotate one way or the other, I could click on this. I could delete one page. If a specific page hasn't been scanned properly, I can delete the page and I can insert it again wherever I want. Or I can append scans at the end of the file as well. I can zoom in, zoom out, zoom out, zoom in. And then when I'm happy with the scan, which is the case here, I'm just closing. And yes, and it will have saved the file. And I'm going to check this, that it has saved the file properly. And as we can see, we have the original, the first scan that we did, and the one here, which is the waterproof scan. One last indication concerning the scanning is that if you need to do double-sided scanning, as you've seen, if you click on all or part, you only doing single-sided part, single-sided. But if you need to scan, for example, the report, the observer report or diary, which is sometimes double-sided, you just click on that and automatically the scanner will scan both sides. Once you have scanned all of your observer trip, you have several files, and the goal is to send these files to SPC. So to send the files to SPC, what you have to do is to open a browser which is connected to internet, and you just type this address, ofpdatareception.spc.int, and this will redirect you to the SPC Dropbox. So you can deliver through this page some files directly into the SPC OFP data reception Dropbox. So what you do here, you just take your files, select them all by pressing Shift and the files, or Control A to select them all, and then you just drag and drop them onto the page. And so they are here. You can write here your full name. So my name, your address, my email at gmail.com, and you can type a message. Here are my observer trips, and as I'll send this message, so I'll write test only for the data registry officer to know that it's only a test message. Please ignore. And once you've done this, you just have to click upload, and it will upload the two files that I've just scanned, these ones, which are 17 megabyte and 15 megabyte. It will upload them through the web and send them automatically to SPC. And once this is done, you're finished with the observer trips, and you're finished with sending it to SPC.